About 5 minute Viper. About 5 minutes Viper. Give or take. Just gives time for people to just filter on in so they don't miss the start of the stream. Yeah, hello chat. Welcome back to some cold waters. I don't have a Wasserbeutel anywhere. A Wasserbeutel. That's German. Sorry to any Germans in. I think I've left it upstairs. I might go and grab that in just a moment. But hello, welcome. Hopefully you are all doing well. Thank you very much there to Arethius there for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome. Then we have about 15 minutes of waffle. Absolutely, that's German. I apologise. I'm allowed to get away with it. Doing well, slowly melting away. It's not too bad here yet. Our house typically gets very, very warm because it does really catch the sun in the morning, the front of our house. I imagine poor Jane is roasting away upstairs, but I'm not doing too bad. I'm doing great. I've got the blackout blinds closed at the moment, the blackout curtains. It's life is good. Life is good on the ground floor today. Yesterday, Twitch gave me a notification after 30 minutes of the stream going on. Twitch is crap, unfortunately. Not much can be done about it. Ooh, the water bottle delivery service. Big love. Big love. There it is. I'm going to have a drink of water in celebration. It's freezing in Belfast, is it? Oh, lucky you. But I wish. Big keck, big hydrate, that's it. Good stuff then. So, courtesy of Mr. Freddie B this morning, I have a public service announcement for the few of you that are here. Apparently, I'm flattered. I'm flattered that I'm at that point on Twitch now. I think we can say that I've made it now as a streamer. Apparently, there's been either a couple of people or whatever. I didn't break it. It's apparently people have been trying to impersonate this channel, this account, as best as they can. Stealing the avatar, stealing the name and whatever. And then I think in particular case there was an incident with Remy where he was trying to there was a bot account trying to get him to sign up to something in my name, kind of thing. So basically it's a public service announcement. I've been offered a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. Oh, if only. Beautiful. So basically it's just a quick public service announcement. That if you do obviously see a bot that is not me, it's going around doing weird shit, do obviously slap it with a report and don't click any of the stuff that is linked by it. 40 degrees, Jesus Christ, winter. You got the wrong name. You need to change that to summer. You need to change that to the Rapture Mayamo. Literally 40 degrees is unbelievable. I just hit search button on Twitch and there's 4 other profiles. Yep, that's it. So basically, obviously, it's one of those ones. Like, I'm not asking like for a fucking mass. Oh God, that's really loud. I'm not asking for like a mass clear out or a mass ban on these people, but just try and be aware that chances are I don't have any Nigerian princes that I've had waiting in the wings for waiting to give you £1 million basically, because. Jesus, if I did, I wouldn't be here. No, maybe I would be, but yeah, basically, just try and be mindful. Check for verified links, check for verified tick marks on the person that you're getting in contact with. Discord doesn't have a verified system, but I do have my Discord tag, my Discord tag number, which I believe, for the lack of a better term, I don't even know what my Discord tag number is. I think it's... I better probably come up with the right one before I go linking it to people. I don't even know how I can tell because I think I'm on streamer mode at the moment, so it won't let me find it. But basically, just make sure it's actually me before you go clicking on any links, because yeah, shit's weird, yo, and I don't want people's bank account details, accounts, anything like that getting stolen. So just be vigilant. It's more of a wider lesson for being on the internet in general. But yes, don't click weird links. Don't click weird stuff. Obviously on Discord as well, be very, very mindful that stuff goes on. Just be careful. You should tell the rest of ZF so they don't fall into the same trap. I'll probably send a message out to people just so they're aware. I did a search now and there's 11 accounts exactly. So yeah, basically just try and be careful. Don't click any links. If you do get a message from me or someone appearing to be me, or if you're not sure whether it is actually me, just open up the Bear Cave Discord and actually send me a message directly. Anybody in the Discord can message me. So just right-click me, click message, and I will indeed verify whether it's legit. I'm like the king of introverts, so don't count on any of it being. Basically, if you see anything, a message from me, it's probably not true. It's probably I'm the bot. Thank you very much, Cookie, there as well. So basically, it's just a public service announcement. Do be careful what you're clicking on the internet. Extending further than dodgy sort of phishing profiles, just links here on Twitch here. Sometimes people can come in and click and post a link into the chat before the mods can sweep it up. Obviously, be careful. You know, it's something that could look innocent, like a YouTube link, could be doing dodgy stuff in the background of your browser. You know, phishing websites and all of that. So you've got to be very careful. I would challenge you to a fight over the title of King of Introverts, but I'm too scared to come out of my basement. That's it. So the nudes are not you. No, those are. Thank you very much, Royal, there. Bits for Q and the lives that will be lost later. No, thank you very much, Royal, for the 1,500 bits. Very, very kind. Introverts unite, but don't unite. Stay very far apart from each other. So yeah, how am I doing today? I'm not doing too bad. Anyway, that's the public service announcement. Now we get into the Q waffle. You mean that isn't hot singles in my area? I'm sorry. I don't live nearby to you. It's a shame. And I'm taken. So it's a terrible world we live in. When's the Q only fans? Coming soon. Hot shingles, that's it. There it is. There's a link. There we go. Fucking... No, of course, it's fine. How can we know that you are the real Quebec? That's fine. It's, to be honest, this is like deep fake. Like, this is the deepest of deep fakes. I've been a bot the whole time. See, stuff like that. You gotta be... none of that shit. Never gonna give you up. Exactly. Just as an example. Would appreciate it if you don't post links like... There's no hard rule against it. It's generally quite chill. But yeah, it's fucking... Just be mindful of what you're clicking on. Anyway, public service announcement over. I think I've said me piece. How am I doing? I'm not doing too bad today. I've got to do a run to the shop after the stream because there's a couple of cake making ingredients that I forgot, namely butter. I don't know how I forgot that. I looked at it and said, oh, I need to get that, but then just never put it on the shopping list, which is a bit of a faff. So I've got to go and track some of that down today. And then I'm making a red velvet cake for Jane's birthday. We actually can't move for cake at the moment. Jane's birthday was obviously yesterday. She was 28. Round of applause. Yeah, she didn't have a cake on her birthday, so I went and bought like a Madeira cake thing, a celebration cake. And my mum and dad come over with her presents and another small cake, and then I'm going to be baking a cake today for the barbecue tomorrow, which will be interesting. So that's going to be great. I mean, there's only one toilet, and I mean, if the salmonella from the barbecue doesn't get them, then surely the undercooked baking will, which is nice. So yeah, I'm trying my hand at baking today, which will be interesting. Just going to get a couple of vegetable oil as well. We've only got like rapeseed and sunflower oil. I need to get vegetable oil specifically. I don't know whether it makes a difference at the end of the day. It's just I'm sticking to the recipe because I'm a cake making noob, as it were. You can never have enough cake. I've got too much apparently. Who's coming to the barbecue? Just a couple of close mates, obviously with the social distancing thing. It's just literally. I think two of my mates, and then two mates from one from Swansea, one from Carlisle. No one from Leicester, thank God. But yeah, it's all a bit weird at the moment. Don't grill the cake because that's usual for people. No, I won't grill the cake. It's going in a fan-assisted oven. I have 4 packs of butter downstairs, so I'm buttered. Oh, he's buttered up. There's a thought I didn't want. Yeah, so we're going to be jumping into the game here, carrying on with our South China Sea campaign as per usual there. So let's have a look here, see if I can get the game loaded up. Right, it's one of these. That's the one. Let's click play on him. Do I have a capture window for... Oh, I do. Look at that. All set up on the stream deck. I surprised even myself. A little bit of indigestion this morning as well. I'm not sure where that's come from. I might just take an indigestion tablet here. I get like bad heartburn every now and again. But I have some tablets here that are designed to reduce the amount of stomach acid that I produce, which is nice. Because you've probably heard on stream that I do get quite like sort of burpy or like, you know, that kind of indigestion. I've got some tablets to try and mitigate the effects of that. I did have like pizza last night, which probably wasn't the best idea. Hey ho, bottoms up. There we No, I got indigestion from eating McNaldo's. What is that? Last night, so this morning my farts sounded like the trumpets of Jericho. Your farts sounded like a diving Stuka. I dread to think. Hopefully you don't have any sort of elderly neighbours next door diving under the beds and stuff. Oh my god, £10.
Quebec is my Nigerian prince.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'll message you shortly for your bank details. Just out of curiosity, what's your mother's maiden? No, okay. Yeah, thank you very much for the £10, crazy. Very, very kind. What is this game, Retheus? You have to... I'll just call you. This is Sneaky Warfare. Don't believe what you see on the screen here. This is a submarine game. We're going to be fighting in this version, the Chinese. It's all the same. No, it's not all the same. Chinese Navy. In a theoretical World War III scenario, where NATO forces are going to be engaging Chinese naval forces at sea in the South China Sea, which is nice. So yeah, we're going to jump on in and we're going to get started. We actually are part way through a campaign at the moment, so we're going to be continuing here. I'm going to load it up, North Atlantic save, and then I immediately need to pause it. Ready on the draw. I think we've got two soundtracks overlaying over each other here. Just give me a minute. I've got to wait for it to load so I can pause it. Quite far into the campaign. I don't know whether the game's crashed or not. I'm getting like Sandtimer spinny mouse. Oh, there it is. Well, that's not right. Oh, I've loaded up the wrong bloody campaign. That's why. I've loaded up the fucking... I've loaded up the Russian one that I was doing. Back we go. Campaign. That's the one I want. And then I load up this one. Yes, this is it. South China Sea. That doesn't look like China. Bim Bamboos. Norway is the real China. There we go. Right, pause. So here we are at the moment. So yes, we're just currently outside Okinawa. I forget exactly what our mission is. We'll be getting that into a moment. So we've been playing this campaign for a good few hours now at this point. It's not been too bad. After repelling... Our last mission was that we repelled a ground invasion of the Spratly Islands here, this one. But unfortunately, one of its other islands inside the Spratly Islands cluster has fallen to PLAN control. The People's Liberation Army Navy, it's called, PLAN. So yeah, we were unsuccessful in mitigating the threat to that island, but there is another land invasion going on, which I believe, from memory, is going to be going on... I'll just click briefing and find out what's going on here. Review orders. Okay. So it's the 18th of October 2000 at 2 o'clock in the morning in the vicinity of Okinawa, Japan. From the Commander-in-Chief of the Pacific Fleet, even, we get satellite photos show that an enemy battle group armed to the teeth with cruise missiles is preparing to sail from Ningbo.
Oh, yeah.
Intelligence estimates even, it will make a conservative patrol in the vicinity of the East China Sea. Locate and sink this group as many ships as possible. Or sink as many ships as possible. Previous recon indicates the force will contain at least 1 or 2 ships armed with anti-ship cruise missiles. Consider these your primary targets. An enemy escort of surface combatants and or submarines should be expected. So we're going to the East China Sea to sink some cruise missile ships. Thank you very much there to Hill Bill for the 15 months, mate. Very, very kind. This is a pretty long run. Yeah, we've been going well. So let's continue on course. So Ningbo. What was that, our target there? I think that's our target. I think that's got to be our target. It's a very short distance, so we're moving at very high speed. Just taking a moment for the game to load here. Hopefully it's not crashed. It's the first time I've encountered a crash on Cold Waters. There we go. Right, so the USS Connecticut SSN-22. There's a wasp in my room. You've got that can of Raid, Jane. Don't let it down here. I remember I got you that can of Raid. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 20 designated Sierra 1. Our reports, or EXO reports, that our depth is at 150. That's it. Depth is at 150. Our heading is 099, speed is 10 knots. Local conditions are broken with a fresh breeze, and a weak surface duct and thermal layer occupies 2 to 7 feet below the surface. It's on the window, so I opened it. You're a brave soul. Stream sponsored by Raid Wasp Legends. That's it. Jesus. Raid, it's hard to get the smell out. I'd rather that than get stung. Though. I'm not a wasp. I'm not a wasp person. To be honest, there's a big bastard spider that lives out in the storage shed there, like just by the electricity meter. He actually caught and killed a wasp the other day. We watched him eat it was like David Attenborough. It was like an episode of Planet Earth. It was terrifying. It's a real big bastard that lives in there, man. He keeps an eye on the electricity. Lets me know if I'm using too much. Oh, it's horrible. Planet Shed, it's true. Miss Jaina, instead of Forest, you could try Grounded with Quebec. I would love to see Quebec running and screaming while meeting a spider. Oh, I hate spiders. Don't like them. I tell you what was the worst thing. I had a mate in school, right? And this was like, so his dad come in to wake up. You'll have to forgive me if I don't know the names of some of the instruments, right? He was a musician, right? It's just like, imagine waking up to this, right? So there he is, he's asleep, and his dad comes into his room to open the curtains and get him up for school. He opens the curtains, and there's a spider on the window, big bastard spider, big hairy fucker. And he opens the curtains, and his dad's a massive arachnophobe, and he falls back into our mate's drum kit, like absolutely, like puts his arms and legs through it, like the Michelin Man, like just totally destroys the drum kit, right? In the act of falling over, knocks our mate's guitar. I think it was a Fender Stratogas or something like that. You have to forgive me if the name's wrong. Broke the neck on that as it fell over. And the absolute calamity of what sounds like an instrument van driving off a cliff caused his, what is it, a bearded dragon, his lizard, to have a heart attack. Which was just like, imagine waking up to that. What a morning. That's a lot of damage, it's true. Like, fucking Jesus. Imagine waking up to that. Not the lizard. Oh, God. You'd be awake for sure. All because of a spider, I know, right? No, it was his hamster, I remember saying. No, he had a bearded dragon. A lizard. I don't remember it. I don't think it was a hamster. No, it definitely wasn't a hamster. It was because I've seen the lizard. I saw the lizard. You need to play Don't Let Go. It's VR. I think I've seen that one, but I think that's quite good. Anyway, sorry, game, waffling. Could have swore it was a hamster. What an unfortunate series of events. Yeah, what a wake-up call. So, let us load into the game, and we're going to rig ship for ultra quiet, or silent running. Basically the same thing, different terminology.
Our new content. Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Rig ship for ultra quiet. Right then, let's see what's in and about here. Ambient noise is 98 decibels, so it's quite loud, but the absolutely evil sonar suite that we have on our ship here should keep us relatively hidden. 3 Sierras in and around, 1 and 2 are going to be the primary targets here. I'm going to assume that we're fighting surface combatants as we're after cruise missile ships.
046 designated Sierra 4.
Looks like we've got a Hangfeng PTG. Exactly as a PTG. A small missile boat, it looks like. Tiny little thing.
030 designated Sierra 6.
When does it end?
Con sonar new contact bearing 040.
We just intercepted the entire Chinese Navy. What is going on here? Looks like we got a Jianghuei.
Look
Look at it!
045 designated Sierra 8.
Right, I've got to move my water bottle. This has become
contact
serious.
bearing 3,
Look at it!
16,
Look at
designated
it!
Sierra 9.
Okay, Sierra 7.
Con
Sierra
sonar
7
new
looks
contact
mercantile
bearing
or biologic.
022, designated Sierra
I can only hope that we're in
10.
humpback whale. Hopefully it's just a pod of whales.
Sierra 7 is classified as biologic.
Kind of hard to identify this one. This one looks mercantile in nature. I'm hoping a lot of these are civilian. That looks pretty good. Stern trawler, fishing.
Sonar Sierra 9 is classified as merchant.
Oh, this is very, very strange. More freighter.
Con sonar Sierra 1.
Lots
0
of
is
just an
classified as
absolutely
merchant.
ridiculous amount of merchant shipping. Another one of those
Con sonar
PTGs.
Sierra 2 is classified as escort. Con sonar Sierra 5 is classified as escort.
Absolutely enormous fleet of these torpedo boats. The good thing about torpedo boats, I'm just going to stick my head above the water because they shouldn't have any like sonar suites or anything.
Make
depth 4-5 feet, dive by.
What's the estimated distance here? They're 7.5 kilojards off. Now, these fucking Huang Fang things... Oh, they do have a radar. Actually, they do have radar. But they don't have any way to engage me. So I could just shit torpedoes out and there's nothing that they can do about it. I'm going to come up and I'm going to have a look. Absolutely. Sayat is continuing the gift sub they got from Grim Reaper. Thank you very much, Sayat. And Grim Reaper, for that matter. Shouldn't have radar. They do have radar. I was a bit daft, I were. Let me have a drink of water here. Let me cube hydrate this juncture. Suddenly helicopters. Thankfully no aircraft in the air. Right, let us upscope looking bearing 47, so off that way.
Dive at 4,
Absolutely
5 feet,
nothing.
dive by.
There is at least one person with active sonar. That's probably the Jiang Hu. Okay. Let me dive back down then. We're going to come back down to 150.
Make depth 150 feet, dive by.
We are getting pinged on active sonar, but I don't think anyone can hear me. Raise the ESM mast. I think I'll be alright for the moment. I don't want to raise it 2 different antennas in the same place twice. As they get closer, we'll get a better idea as to what is going on here. My biggest problem is going to be torpedo evasion, because we're in very, very shallow water. Right. Which is broken, more news at 9, that's it. Okay. Are the torpedoes guided? These ones are guided. Wire guided. Periscope also noted ESM, it did. Unfortunately, no solid contacts. I can't imagine these tiny little attack craft really give off much of an ESM signature, to be honest. I forget what ESM is short for. Have I ever played Wolfpack? Once or twice, Mark. Problem is finding somebody to play it with you. And then finding somebody who's actually good at torpedo data calculation, which I ain't, unfortunately.
Dive at 150 feet, dive by.
Oh, it's good to have you in there, Quincy. There we go. We're starting to get some more accurate solutions on them. Basically, what we're doing at the moment, we're doing what's known as target motion analysis, okay, which is a form of sonar triangulation, essentially. The enemy ships up above are giving off noise, whether it's engine noise, just generic boat noises. I don't know what boat noises are, but generic boat noises. And as we move through the water, we're able to extrapolate how that noise moves in terms of its position based on our own course adjustments and movement. And by changing course and changing speed and stuff like that and seeing how that translates to the position of the contact in regards to its sonar position or its position on sonar, we're able to better extrapolate the position of the craft, essentially. Thank you very much to Woodhard as well, gifting another sub from Mr. Beadle, or sorry, continuing a sub. Very, very kind of you, thank you. So basically, as these guys get closer, the sonar's going to have a better time of triangulating them, and as they move and we're moving, our sonar suite is better able to triangulate where they are. My reckoning is that the Jiang Hu here is the target, and all of these fucking missile boats are going to be, yeah. I could just absolutely shit missiles all over them. There'd be nothing they could do. I'd save my torpedoes, but I'm asking for a bit of an attack from the Jiang Hu there, which wouldn't be ideal. They are getting closer, but... You have missiles as well? Oh, I've got loads of missiles. I've got TASMs, TLAMs, harpoons. I can't move for missiles. Problem is, everything's got anti-missile guns, even these small bloody boats. Look at them. Well, these are fucking a 184-ton ship, and it's got an anti-missile gun on it. Electronic support measures, right. Yeah, I don't think I'd get very far. I think anti-missile guns for them is probably... It looks like they've got a what I would call a CIWS, Swizz, on the deck there. I don't reckon that's a main deck gun. I reckon that's anti-missile. Yeah, you can kind of see it. What's the blue torpedo? It's a swim-out torpedo, Slow Claws. So these green torpedo, they're basically exactly the same torpedo, but just how they're fired is slightly different. So you can see it says swim-out here. If you fire a traditional torpedo, as air escapes from the torpedo tube, it obviously creates a noise that, like a as obviously air is vented out of the torpedo tube during firing. A swim-out torpedo has the torpedo tube pre-flooded, so there isn't what's called a launch transient, an audio signature of a weapon being released. It's basically a silent release of a torpedo. A lot of submarines tend to have swim-outs now. Do that noise again. Yeah, cube noises. Silent but deadly. It's true. Jane's a swim-out ad cap. Jane drops swim-out ad caps all the time. Okay. We're starting to get more information here about the hostile fleet. Let's have a look at this one up close, shall we? Yeah, well, it's not quite. It's a bit more crude than a Schwizz. But these are all missiles, I believe. I don't think those are torpedoes. So all of these guys have to go. It's a bloody fast boat. Right, I think it's time we just actually start getting some weapons in the water then. I don't think there's much for it. I think it's time to get 4 weapons on target and see what we can kill. CIWS is close in weapon system. Right, okay. And another continued sub. Thank you, everyone. Right then, let us get our weapons in the water there. In the traditional fashion, we're going to get ready with tubes 1, 2, 5, and 6, because those have got the not so important torpedoes in them. Firing point procedures, bearing 2028, range to enable 2,900 yards, ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 1.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Lost the wire, aye. Weapon's going to run to its enable point and then hopefully come up and find someone. If not, it's definitely going to suck up on someone else in the fleet here. Firing point procedures, bearing 018, range to enable 3,700 yards, ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 2.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
Weapon 2 has cleared the tube and is running normally. Firing point procedures, bearing 051, range to enable 4,700 yards, ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 5.
Shoot tube 5. Aye, sir.
And lastly, firing point procedures, bearing 038, range to enable 7,600 yards, ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 6.
Shoot tube 6. Aye, sir.
Weapons 2, 5, 6 have cleared the tube and are running normally. Weapon 1, broken wire, running to RTE points, not a problem. Right, let's release ship from ultra quiet and start reloading tube 1. Weapons away. We've got a lot of torps in the water here. Should be 4 kills, providing that we don't hit civilian shipping. And then we can go from there. Is that a chopper on the map? No, sir. I'm pressing the hotkey that looks for aircraft. It is not finding anyone. So there's no aircraft, unfortunately. They 100% heard him? Oh yes, they would have heard me. Most notably, the Jiang Hu probably heard the launch transient, as this is the only guy with a traditional sonar. And more than likely, I'm going to have some big nasties coming my way. Not much I can do about it, though. I've just got to sit here and wait. Hopefully they don't get too many weapons off on me. I've got no air-launched torpedoes coming in, so they probably heard the launch transient, but they're not sure what's going on other than that. This weapon is coming up here. Looks like it is going for Sierra 4 here. Not much else to say about it. Sierra 4 looks like it's a little bit further forward than we thought, which means we can get... Let's start changing the course of one of these weapons. Let's get weapon 6. Start tracking this guy. Change RTE point, bearing 025, range to enable 4,000. Weapon 6 has moved. Thank you very much there to Hudflow for the tier 1 sub, and Mr. Pyro for the 4 months there. Very, very good.
Lost contact.
Sierra 4 has been engaged and destroyed. Affirmative. Move the RTE point away. A torpedo this size hitting a fucking 180-ton boat. Just atomize it. Jesus. Okay, weapon 2 is going to run to that target. Weapon 6 run to Sierra 2, bearing 006, range to enable 4,500. Weapon 6 adjusted. Like a torpedo this side, like the fucking torpedo's like half the size of the boat, for God's sake. They have no business shooting at these guys. It looks like you nuked the Zodiac. It's true, man. Like, literally, these torpedoes are like half the size of these bastards. Like, look at it. Like, a third of the size of the entire ship is just torpedo. Come on, someone survive this.
Con sonar lost contact.
No.
Sierra 1, last
That is...
bearing, 0,
that
2, 3, contact breaking up.
smells of lost with all hands. That does. That's appalling. Okay. Activate weapon 6.
Fire control. Weapon acquired.
Weapon tracking. Weapon 5. Enable. Run to Sierra 6, as that's the guy with the things that can kill us. And then we'll probably get some missiles loaded. Reload tube 2 with a harpoon. Reload tube 1 with a harpoon. I know they've got anti-missile guns, but the guns are on the front, which means if they're driving away, we should be able to just run it right up their ass, basically. Because they don't... Oh no, they do have an anti-missile gun at the back, but they're very crude anti-missile guns, so I'm hoping that it will find its target regardless. If not, I've got a million missiles, so I can just deal with it. Oh, it's a bad day. It's a bad day to be that guy and that guy there.
Con sonar lost contact.
They just disappeared.
0, 2, last
As you
bearing,
would if you got hit with something like that.
contact breaking
Thank you very much there to Crotax. 24 years. 24 months. Very, very kind, sir. Good to have you in. Welcome, welcome. How you keeping? 3 props, I'm sure they're pretty nimble. God, yeah. They'd be like fleas, they would. Jobs are good, and it's not looking bad. Just out of interest, what would happen if you were to hit a boat with an MOSS? It would just go thump and just probably stop working. It's not designed to do any damage.
Con, torpedo room. Tube 1 ready.
It's literally just designed to get... It has no warhead, basically.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
There we go. Jiang Hu is now being tracked. Let's get ready on the missiles after the Jiang Hu has been shot here. We're going to go for active homing so that we get torpedo data down the wire back to the ship and we get
Con
accurate.
sonar lost contact.
There we go.
Sierra 7, last bearing, 0,
Because by going in on
1,
active
4,
homing,
contact
the
faded.
data that the torpedo is collecting about the target ahead of it can be sent to us. That looks like another missile boat. More than likely that is our primary target. Does he have really anything that he can use to shoot me down? I don't know whether he does. Yang Hu. He's only got Type 81 rockets. Yeah, he has no torpedoes. This is not a fleet outfitted for anti-submarine work. He has nothing he can hit me with. He's got deck guns and he's got rockets. He's got these shitty little like grenade launcher pod
Con
things
sonar,
like Mortis,
noisemaker bearing,
and that is it.
0, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's true, Jay. Shoot me up, I guess.
Con, fire control.
Have you seen the video of the divers hearing sonar from a nearby sub? No, I can't say I have. Imagine there's a few of them out there. Sounds like a candidate for ramming speed, that's it. Does it have a chopper? No, it's got no flight deck. This looks like quite a dated ship, I've got to be honest. Let's see if we can read anything about it. QFF. Changdu is designed as an enlarged version of the Riga Chengdu frigate, featuring diesel drive in place of the original steam plant for improved endurance. Their gun armament is more powerful and increased length allows for an additional twin-tube SSM launcher.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
Like the Chengdu, however, their ASW capability is questionable at best, and with only rudimentary electronics, short-range ASW rockets being fitted. Oh, there's bad news coming in off the port side.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra
There we go.
6, last bearing, 0,
Jobs are good,
2, 0, contact breaking up.
Right then. The Jiang Hu 3, it's basically the same ship. Minor differences in outfit. Okay, and then our last two guys are subject to getting a couple of harpoons in the bum. So, let's fire weapon 1 onto target Sierra 3 here. Firing point procedures, bearing 017, range to enable 14,200 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Missile away. Firing point procedures, bearing 047, range to enable 11,800 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 2.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
Missile is away. Reload all tubes. We'll get add caps in all of them. We'll reload this one with a harpoon, just in case I need to shoot another one. I think I'll be okay, but we will see here. Putting up the head on our target.
Contact on Sierra 7 bearing.
I think that's the
0,
Zheng Hu
0,
going down.
9.
Let's see if we get in. They're going broadside to get both of their missile guns on it. Let's see if they've got enough rate to fire. They're firing. Oh, I think they got one.
Lost contact. Sierra 7 last
No.
bearing 0, 0, 8. Contact faded.
Is it going to turn in last second?
Con sonar lost contact.
Yep, we got one.
Sierra 3 last
Missile guns are
bearing,
going.
0,
Is
1,
it enough?
7. Contact breaking up.
No. 2 contacts engaged and destroyed. Yeah. They look like 50 cals or like some kind of 20 mil.
Con sonar
Definitely not enough rate
regained
of fire.
contact on Sierra 7 bearing 0, 0, 8.
Not bad at all. Helm come 4-5 feet.
Peak depth 4, 5 feet. Dive by.
Or dive even. Chinese need more Dakar. They look like, yeah, very slow, maybe cannons, but not enough rate of fire with only 2 of them to shoot down harpoons. Just too fast for them.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Tube 1-eye. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to raise radar and we're going to get an accurate picture of surface combatants here because we've engaged plenty of enemy ships here. Dang, missed the start of the stream. How's it going, lads? Not going too bad, Frag? Not going too bad at all. We're only 45 minutes in, so we've got a good hour to go. Yeah, just got to wait for us to climb to the start here. I think those whales need blowing up. Not quite. So if I understood, you sunk a military fleet that has no submarine defences. Yes, Magmarus. Exactly.
Raise the radar mast.
Raising radar. Let's get an accurate picture of surface targets here. Yep, so no other surface contacts. We've got a small freighter over here flying the... Oh, I forget. I'm not very good at my Asian flags. I'm not going to make a fool of myself. What I want to say, is it... Oh, no, I can't... Oh, what is it? Chat. Is it even an Asian flag? Altus. It doesn't... I'm just going to say. The Republic of Rekt. Does anybody know? Let's have a look at the stern trawler over here. Now, I know that flag. That is the Socialist Republic of North Yorkshire. There it is. I've got no idea what this flag is. Nauru, is it? Nauru. Interesting. The Marshall Islands. Right, surface and ask them nicely, that's it. North Yorkshire big on shipping, it's true. Right, okay. Well, that's everybody engaged and destroyed, so let us leave combat there. So 1 million of these Huang Fengs destroyed and a Jianghu 3 engaged. Very, very nice. Let's see if that was our target. Yes, it was. Excellent job, Commander. Your neutralization of this high-priority target will severely reduce the enemy's ability to hinder trans-Pacific convoys. Commander-in-Chief of the Pacific Fleet, even. I keep saying Atlantic. Rolls off the tongue better. Sends regards to you and your crew. Await further orders. Excellent. Read the newspaper exurb from the day. Convoys arrive. Cargo ships from North America and Japan continue to ferry goods into the region with minimal losses. This has been attributed to efficient cooperation amongst Allied naval forces. The convoy system worked in World War I and in World War II, and it still works today, a spokesman for the Pentagon has said. Meanwhile, in the region, food and material shortages have failed to materialise in the unoccupied territories. Authorities urge citizens not to make runs on the banks, but instead show restraint so that the financial system can remain functional despite the ongoing conflict. Very, very nice. Let's see what old Chiefy's got in mind for me today. Right. Intelligence has discerned a pattern 2 movements of enemy at-sea replenishment tankers and tenders. A small enemy force, including 1 or 2 of these ships, is expected to sail from Qingdao momentarily for a rendezvous somewhere in the East China Sea. You are ordered to find and sink this group. You may also get a chance at the enemy warships this group intends to support, but the tankers and tenders, or tenders and tankers, are the mission target. Locate and sink the enemy replenishment vessels is our primary objective, as well as sinking any enemy warships if possible, but definitely the resupply ships are our target. So basically what we're trying to do is cut off the enemy logistics in the same way that we're trying to get supplies ferried into the Philippines and into sort of Japan and stuff in order to hold the South China Sea. The enemy is also attempting their own resupply operations in and around the AO, and in the form of enemy at-sea replenishment, in the form of either oil or munitions or food and supply. They're trying to rearm their warships at sea, basically, without them having to go back to harbour. So if we can blow up the ships that are doing those resupplies, then they have to go back to harbour, and that gives us opportunity to basically stop them, which is what we want. So, let us rock and roll here. So we're going, so they're sailing from Qingdao and they're coming out into the East China Sea. We're already in the East China Sea, so we can try and get a... Could go quite deep here. Okinawa. Didn't really want to pull into Okinawa there, but I am hiding from the enemy air patrols there. Days at War 16. Missions accomplished 7. Other warships sunk 15, total tonnage, or total sunk is 32, total tonnage is 97,000. As your ship slides into port, you look at the frantic activity on the docks, you ponder upon the outcome of your patrol, the good sides and the bad. What will it be? I don't really want to be here for too long. I'm actually just going to cast off. As nice as it was, they're coming down. I have definitely been detected by maritime patrol aircraft there. I'm kind of holding around the East China Sea. I don't know where our enemy combatants are going to be. He's come right over me. There's no way he's not detected me. Oh, yes. Oh. That's going to be ASW. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 233, designated as Sierra 1. EXO reports our depth is 150 feet, so that's generous. I don't even think there's that much water up here. Our heading is 125, speed is 10 knots, local conditions, light breeze, very strong surface duct. That's pretty good, but water's just not that deep, so I don't know whether we'll have access to it. Rig ship for silent running.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
We've started. Oh god, and none of these. What the fucking? None of them are loaded. God. Okay, how deep is the water here? Yeah, we're in a bathtub.
Designated Sierra 2.
These guys are 8,000 yards off. We're going to be...
Contact bearing 2.
Okay, so Sierra 1 and 2 look like my targets. The other two look like civilian shipping. So let's see what we're dealing with. If we've got anything too modern, we're going to be in trouble. Eluder DDG, that is not good.
Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
A supporting Jiangwei. So we know the Jiangwei isn't amazing.
Sonar Sierra 2 is classified as
no, the
escort.
Jiangwei is actually pretty good. Torpedoes, missiles, medium frequency passive array, Luda, high frequency. So the Luda's worse. Jiangwei is the target. Okay, let's get a swim out on the Jiangwei. We're going to use 2 swim out torpedoes, passively homing. Let's engage. Firing point procedures, bearing, let's start with the Jiangwei here. 202, range to enable 8,200 yards, ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 3.
Shoot tube 3. Aye, sir.
You hear that we didn't have a launch transient there, silent fire, and that's what we need to engage these guys. Firing point procedures, bearing 234, range to enable 8,400 yards, ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 7.
Shoot tube 7. Aye, sir.
Both weapons have cleared the tubes and are running normally. Dive, take us down to 200 feet. Not that it makes much difference in this much water. Let's see if we can engage these targets. This is scary. Noise is 93 decibels. It's not that quiet, but it's not that loud either. And you carry nukes. I don't know whether this submarine was nuclear armed. I think it's like a hunter-killer, so I don't think it had nuclear. Like an Ohio class or something would be nuclear armed with like ICBMs. Destroyers and cruisers are also capital ships now. No, not really. Capital ships are your Moskvas and your Kievs, and stuff like that. Kirovs. Capital ships in this case would be, yep, Kiev, aircraft carrier, Kirov, and that's it. Those are the only 2 capital ships from there. Their big submarines would be a Zia SSBN, and if they have them, this guy here, a Yasan SSGN as well. Those would be capital submarines, if I was to say. Are there any November class subs? I don't think in this campaign. Have a look. I think there are any Novembers. No, no Novembers. Okay, activate weapon 7. Activate weapon 3. Have them run passively, reasonably deep, towards the estimated locations of our 2 targets. Let's see how we do. Any Movembers, and that's it. Very interesting. Those tablets are work to treat. Very nice. Have another drink of water. Got to try and keep on my water. Not been drinking enough recently. I had 2 days off and I turned into a pharaoh. I dried out. Well, yeah, I think it is. I'm not sure. To be honest, I barely ever see them, Jen. To be honest, so I don't know. Need to adopt the Nixon protocol. Let's identify Sierra 3 while we're at it. I think it's probably mercantile or biologic. That smells of biologic to me. Oh no, mercantile. Almost. Small freighter.
Con
MS.
sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as merchant.
Very nice. Smarter Every Day is doing a documentary going around an active nuclear US, the Toledo, while in patrol. If you want to check it out, the sailors tell him how everything works. Oh, that's interesting, Sans. I may well look that up. Oh, big stretch. The heat is starting to penetrate through the walls. It's already a really warm house because we live in a mid-terrace. Not sure how international terraced houses are, but they're basically really small box houses, which I've got a neighbour to my left and right wall. It's very warm. Not that they have the heating on, but yeah. I'm hoping it'll be good in the winter, because obviously I've only been here a few months. Hoping it's going to save me a small ton on heating. Buy a fan. I do have a fan. I'm going to point it at me, and I'm going to create weird white noise in the microphone. There we go. You asked for this. No, it's probably a bit too much, isn't it? We'll turn it down a little bit. Cue as many fans, apparently. Any guessing how the house is going to function in the winter? Not a clue. Only fans, I know, right? Not sure where these guys are exactly.
Con, fire control,
Ooh.
weapon acquired.
Asking you shall receive. Luda is now being tracked. We're going to keep them passively homing. Why don't you get an air conditioner? Expensive. Sifra. At least in the UK they are.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
2 targets have been acquired by the passively homing warheads on our swim out ADCAP torpedoes. This should hopefully just be a click and collect type deal. Weapons are going in. They're not particularly quietly running, but their launches are quiet, and I'm hoping they probably will fire in retaliation once they realise what's going on. But we'll see. Tesco click and collect, that's it. It should be. That Luda's running dead slow. He's probably going to slam the throttle now that he's detected that. For the winter, get an electric blanket and you'll never leave your bed. Again, they're just expensive electric blankets. I don't know. There we go. We've had a retaliatory fire from this guy who's immediately sent his weapon active. He's firing just an absolute fiesta of torpedoes in every fucking direction. He's fired that weapon, like, off up that way. Has the Luda fired in response? Kind of hard to know.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 202.
Ooh, that was a very late noisemaker. Will it save him? We shall see. We're actually going to come up to patrol speed 10 knots. Release ship from ultra quiet. Luda's gone.
Knots. Maneuvering up.
That's a dipping sonar. Oh my fucking god, they've got a bear up. That is bad. Right, helm, start coming away from the AO. Come left bearing 052.
052. Helm
Didn't know they had a bear up.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Reload
Con,
ADCAPs.
fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Swim outs. Where is our target exactly? Who knows? Bear bomber. Those swim outs really are silent. Holy shit, never thought they'd be able to detect it that late. I know, right? Let's see whether our guy actually lands this kill. think we're going to be okay. Going to change it to active homing. There it is. Target's running right up his bum. It's a bad day.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra. Con helm steady course.
My job now is to get away from these bad guys before they detect me.
Make depth
And for
250
that, we're going to need to
dive
go
by.
ahead full. 20 knots.
Make turns for.
We're not going to go ahead flank.
0 knots. Maneuvering eye.
So we'll probably cavitate in this much water at a head flank, and then they will definitely get on my ass.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for.
So this guy has got a couple of airdrop torpedoes, and in this much water it's going to be very difficult to evade them. What I could do is try and fire an MOSS back at the fleet.
Con, dive
Cavitate?
at 250 feet, dive by.
It's kind of difficult to show you that given my position away here, because me tiptoeing away here is quite important. But yes, basically making bubbles with the propeller. Have I got sub-to-air stuff? No, I do not, Jay. I'm completely at the mercy of my stealth to get away from those aircraft. See if we can make 20 knots away from the AO and not get caught. Real trick. I always get caught by maritime patrol aircraft. It is just a matter of time. Oh, God. There's a gap in the waves. I can get out. Okay, let's do it. No vessels nearby. Leave combat. Luda and Jiangwei have been engaged and destroyed. Not our targets. I want to come up north. Oh, we got ourselves another medal. Let's have a look here. God. The Secretary of the Navy takes pleasure in awarding the Distinguished Service Medal to Commander Thomas Chesterton. That's me. Commanding Officer of the USS Connecticut's SSN-22. Some Q salutes in chat. For exceptionally meritorious service as Commanding Officer of the USS Connecticut SSN-22, Thomas Chesterton's steadfast devotion and superior tactical decisions have consistently brought success to his unit in action. Jesus, take a breath. His conduct reflects great credit upon him, this command, and is in keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service. Very, very nice. Good medal. Don't get that one very often. Yeah, that is our target right there. I'm moving into intercepting by the coast. I've got him. That's got to be our target. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 324. Designate Sierra 1. EXO reports our depth is at 600. That's false. We won't be in that deep water. Heading is 317. Speed is 20 knots. Local conditions are scattered with a light breeze, very weak surface ducts and thermal layer at 153 feet.
On sonar, lost contact.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Rig ship for ultra quiet. Now, we are very close to the coast, which means we are knife fighting in a 150. If you were to stand this sub up on its end, you would be poking out of the water. That's how little we are engaging here. We got to do a lot of reloading, so I'm going to have to just turn the ship down to 2 knots and just try not to
Make turns for.
make too much of a
2
scene here.
knots. Maneuvering eye.
What's a surface duct? A surface duct is basically where a body of hot water meets a body of cold water and creates this anomalous acoustic barrier. It makes everything above it really easy to detect and everything below it really hard to detect. But unfortunately, the game kind of has a bit of an oversight in the way that it renders the maps, and it tells me that there are surface duct and thermal layers, but they're below the maximum depth of the area I'm in, so... Too bad the game doesn't reload when you switch between missions or you are moving on the map. I know, right? It's a shame. Let's have a look then at this close signature. Hopefully this is not too bad. Hopefully it's just our target. It's like a stern trawler of some description.
Sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as merchant.
Haven't detected any other close contacts, which is unusual because 93 decibels
Tube 3 ready.
should be quite easy to detect people in. Unless they are in my baffles, of course, but I think they're meant to be... Oh no, there is a Sierra 2 at the very least. I did miss him. Sierra 2, is he a warship or is he mercantile? Looks like a similar signature to a warship. A Jianghui.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
An estimated 31.7 kilometers. Now, how far can my torpedoes? Torpedoes can't really go much further than that to have a maximum range of 41.
Con sonar, new contact bearing
Sierra 3.
245. Designated Sierra 3.
Sierra 3 is very far away. Let's identify Sierra 3. Is it a warship? Certainly looks like it. That's not Sovereign. A Luhu
Con sonar,
EDG.
Sierra 3 is classified as escort.
Sierra 4 is on the cards.
Con, torpedo room, tube 5 ready.
Looks like a stern trawler.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
What have I done here? I think I've cocked that up, haven't I? This was a fishing vessel, as I understood it. Yeah, that's a fishing vessel.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as merchant.
4 and 5 have now appeared. This is not good to be in this much water, engaging these kind of craft. Not a Kara CG, surely. It looks similar, but it's not. It's not a Udaloy, thank God. A Udaloy in this much water might actually be a death sentence. Okay, looks like we're in and around here. Here's our target, an AS.
Con sonar, Sierra 4 is classified as merchant.
That's our target. A Diezhan.
Con, torpedo room, tube 6 ready.
Resupply and replenishment. Luhu's down there. I don't want to raise periscope. We'll use swim outs to go after the Diezhan. The Dajiang. I think so, Retheus, to my knowledge. We're going to use a swim out. I think. The problem is I've got to try and get an accurate sonar solution on him. I dare not up periscope in this much water. How was my parents' visit? It wasn't too bad at all, actually. Very, very pleasant. Did you not use a missile? No. The problem with missiles, J-Bear, is whilst they are very effective at dispatching ships, and they dispatch them very quickly, the enormous pillar of smoke basically gives you position away. And killing them isn't the problem. It's getting away. Because as soon as they know where I am, they are just going to pound this place with payload. And I don't know how I'm going to get away from it. Do they have helicopters up?
Con,
They do have a
torpedo room,
Helix
tube 7
and a
ready.
bear bomber screening this much water. The Luhu has been detected. There he is, running dead slow. That's where the helicopter was launched from.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 231. Contact faded.
Sierra 5 is up. Probably mercantile, I'm guessing. Not quite. A Jiangwei FF.
Con sonar, Sierra 5 is classified as escort.
3 warships. Okay. Well, the Diang is the target, so I think I'm going to engage him. We're going to use a swim-out torpedo and see if we can catch him. So, firing point procedures, bearing 246, range to enable 4,600 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 3.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Let's see if we can catch this guy. You're being pinged on active, I know, but they haven't got me just yet. Can't see that. Oh, there's the Helix. You're getting closer. Dive, take us down to, where are we? How much water do I have? Take us down to 100 feet.
100 feet. Dive by.
I've just got to hope. I've just got to try and get at this guy and move away.
Con sonar, regained
Helm,
contact.
come
on
right
Sierra
bearing
2,
064.
bearing. Come right to 6, 4.
I
Held
hope that the
high.
water gets a bit deeper because here is the coastline. I'm so close to the coast.
Con, dive at 100 feet, dive by.
Oh, this is so dangerous. If I get depth bombed here, I am screwed. If I
Make
move up,
turns for 3 knots.
3
Maneuvering
knots,
high.
I am in a kiddie pool. Activate weapon 3, get it running to target. If I can just sink this guy and make my egress, then that would be brilliant. It's not good. There's no way he's not detected me on magnetic anomaly. Have you ever got killed by another submarine? Oh yeah, plenty of times. That isn't good. At what point do I call that quits? This guy's making an aggressive maneuver, so there's no way that he's not detected me. This is bad. Bring us up to 5 knots. Send an MOSS in the other direction.
4 knots. Maneuvering
Let's
high.
do it. Firing point procedures bearing a 317 range to enable 4,600 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube, tube 8.
Shoot tube 8. Aye, sir.
So what I'm doing here is firing a decoy. I'm hoping that the enemy aircraft are going to pick up on it rather than me. Thank you very much there to the Night Monarch. What's this, a cold water stream? What a nice morning surprise. Good to have you in, sir. Turning away. Reload another MOS. Good idea. Sever the wire. Reload tube 8.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con,
Do I
sonar,
have him?
lost contact. Sierra, 5. Last
Weapon
bearing,
3.
2, 5, 6. Contact faded.
Go for the money shot. I've got to manually steer this weapon onto its new target, Sierra 4. Come on, there we go. You tracking Sierra 4?
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for
Come on,
4
I need you to track
knots.
Sierra 4.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to the Night Monarch for the tier 1 sub there. Thank you very much, matey. I'm going to send it active. There we go. Active sonar. It's now tracking this target. I'm hoping we can just kill it outright and call it a day. That's a very large resupply ship. Look at the state of that.
Con, torpedo.
I don't know whether one torpedo will be enough. Oh, we've got missiles coming out. Making 5 knots, dead slow. They've got loads of air launches coming out. There's a warship here. Whether that's the Jiangwei, I don't know. They think I'm somewhere on this bearing. Thank God that they're confused. I'm hoping this ad cap will be enough to get an outright kill. Let's hope. Oh God.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra, 4. Last bearing, 2, 4, 5. Contact breaking up.
Now we need to see whether we can make our escape. Vessels and weapons are nearby. Total water depth is 177. I'm going to just manually bring us down a bit deeper. Then holding course and depth, and I'm going to try and make for a head 2/3. Just to try and open up the gap. Can you hide under the civilian ships? No. Just got to open the distance a little bit. Use him as a meat shield. The torpedoes have a weird mechanic where they just don't detect... The enemy torpedoes just don't detect civilian shipping. I couldn't tell you why, but they just don't. Plus, you know, it wouldn't be very thematic. would be big mean. What occurs if an MOSS hits a target? Does it just bounce off? It just bounces off. There's no, there's no warhead on it. It might cause a little bit of damage, maybe, through the impact, but yeah, no warhead on it, so... This Luhu is coming in here, probably going to be taking on survivors and whatever else, trying to protect it. But this guy's as good as gone. It's quite a large ship, so it's going to take a while to go down. Gorgeous, though. Something crazy about seeing a ship this size just starting to take on water. A lot of the flooding's going to be down below deck. What's important is that the ship will eventually go. You don't come back from a list like that. Water's starting to creep onto the port deck there.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
They're doing a good job of slowing the flooding down, but there will be a point where it just goes critical. Starting to get ever so slightly lower in the water. Little by little. Oh yes, quite a lot of water on the port side deck there, underneath the main superstructure. Water's creeping up higher and higher. At some point that list will go critical and she'll roll over. Whether she goes head or stern first, though, is going to be the real question, or whether she just belly flops on the side. A lot of water creeping on there. Periodically I need to check back on my guy, just to make sure there's no patrol aircraft or helicopters. Aircraft nearby. That's not good. Where, oh where, oh where? Is it the fucking Tupolev? Where is the aircraft? Oh, I'm so afraid. Oh, there she goes. Oh god, Jesus. That didn't take long, did it? Yeah, she just full on went sideways. That's a goner. Please let me go. Okay, right, I'm down there. Can I try for 10 knots?
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
It's probably about as fast as I can go without cavitating.
Making turns for 10 knots.
Come on, slink away. Where are the Holy fucking shit. Helicopter's right there. Leave me be, you helix fuck. Oh, I think the water's starting to get a little bit deeper. It is. Keep getting deeper. They're close. They know I'm around here. They're just basically playing a game of battleships at the moment, trying to just probe the water. The helicopter, as it comes in here, is going to lower this rope thing here into the water. You can kind of see it. That is a dipping sonar. It's a piece of sonar equipment on the end of a wire. They lower it down into the water. They have a listen for what's about. It's not the best thing in the world because their rotors create quite a lot of noise. It's run out of speed. Or, well, ran out of electricity. God. Just 9. So man. Take us down to 150.
Make depth 150 feet. Dive
That way,
by.
if he does drop a depth bomb or a depth charge, I might have enough time to get out of the way. Truth be told, though, we're in very hot water. The helicopter isn't the helicopter's pretty bad, right? But it's not awful because he's only got a very limited payload. He's got like 2 torpedoes and like a depth bomb, a couple of depth bombs. He's up over there. change course towards the trawler. Helm come left, bearing 317.
Come left to 317, helm aye.
Just a torpedo going up, or was that a depth bomb? What was that? Another decoy. It might call for it. I have no clue what that was. Oh, torpedo in the water.
Sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the
Shit.
water. Bearing.
Fire tube 8.
5. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing 329. Contact faded.
Get out of the way of that torp.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Jet in Alpha. Reload tube 8. We'll come back down past it.
Come left to 148, helm aye.
Dropped its other torp. I can only hope that it's going to be in the search head of that other fucking weapon. God damn it. It's not going to be in that. I'm going to have to fire another MOSS if I want to get away from this other one. There goes that torpedo. The other weapon's going to start tracking me any second.
Con sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 142.
Got a knuckle out, but it's not enough because I don't have my tail to it. Come on, decoy reload. Knuckle.
Con, knuckle formed.
Not enough. Decoy. Okay, decoy's got it confused. That MOSS is travelling too fast for it though. I've got to fire another MOSS. I'm not going to be able to launch one of those at this depth though.
Con, torpedo room, tube 8 ready.
That my MOSS is now too far away for that guy. Can I get a knuckle out?
Con, knuckle formed.
Yeah, I've got to fire. Slow down.
Make turns for 0 knots.
Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
Back emergency.
Back
maneuver
emergency. Decoy out. Fire tube 8.
Shoot tube.
Make turns for 35 knots.
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
Come that way. I need to go left. No, okay. Go
Con,
that
fire
way.
control. We've lost the wire.
That was bad. Really couldn't have done with losing the wire there. Shit, reload another one.
Come left to 323, helm aye.
Come on, MOSS, keep that fucking speed up. Let me get away.
Con, helm, steady course.
Come on. Yes. Just keep opening the distance of that other torpedo. That's the ticket. Keep it going. As long as you can.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you very much, Drill Spark, for the 23 months there. Very, very kind. Now, did we get far enough away? Did we get far enough away? Please say yes. Please say yes. Please say yes.
Con, torpedo room,
Please say
tube
yes.
8 ready.
Yes, it looks like we got away. Slow us down to a head
Make
standard,
turn on
15
sonar.
knots.
No longer cavitating.
Helm come right, bearing 027.
Helm right to 027, helm aye.
No aircraft nearby, but there are weapons and missiles. God. Why did it not go boom? Because there's not enough... So basically these warheads will have like a magnetic sensor in it that detects a large amount of hull or whatever. So it will... So basically so that it doesn't detonate on countermeasures.
Making turns
But
for
unfortunately the
1,
sonar head isn't
5
quite as clever.
knots.
And so the sonar will
Helm,
chase the
steady
decoy.
course.
and steer the torpedo towards it, but the warhead will not detect enough metal in front of the warhead to actually detonate it, and so it ends up in this loop. Hence why the countermeasure works so well. And it will just drag the torpedo further and further away, especially these U-7 torpedoes. They're lightweight torpedoes, very, very slow in the grand scheme of things, which is why this MOSS is being able to drag it so far away. Oh, God, tense, man. How many of these do I have left? One, and it's the one I've got loaded. I'll have to bring more of them with me. Those are lifesavers. I normally bring 4. I have to try and bring 6. That was tense. It was very close. Right, there are still other things nearby. I'll click on the Sierra 4. Still getting pinged on active sonar. I still want to keep trying to open the distance up if I can. I don't know whether it's going to be better to just engage the ships so that they're gone, and I don't have to worry about it. Right. Okay. I'm going to have just a drink of water here. Keep my ears above the water in case one of those dastardly MPAs turns up, Maritime Patrol aircraft. Oh. Deary gosh. Okay. Right, what do we do? Still no aircraft nearby, which is a big favour, but we are very much getting pinged from astern here. They would have heard all of our cavitation. Fires the missiles. I don't think it's quite that bad. I do need to try and see where the enemy is. So helm come left bearing 340.
Come left to 340. Helm aye.
Slow us down to 5 knots.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering
I've got to try and reacquire the enemy on my sonar suite
sonar
again.
regained contact on
Got
Sierra
the stern
1,
trawler.
bearing 332.
Come a little bit more left. 293.
Come left to 293. Helm aye. Con maneuvering.
I'm not doing too
Making
bad,
turns
Michelle.
for
Michael,
5
Michelle,
knots.
Michelle? I'm not sure. Joe had small brain. Oh my god, that Janeway is very close. I'm going to have to fire a snapshot on him. I'm being tracked by at least 2 of those 3 warships. Okay, I've got to deal with them. There's no escape. They know roughly where I am, which means it's only a matter of time before they close the gap. Do we use swim outs again? No, let's use the fresh ones. Firing point procedures. Bearing, let's say, 289, range to enable 2,200 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, shoot 2-1.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Firing point procedures. Bearing 243, range to enable 2,900 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, shoot 2-5.
Shoot 2-5.
And it
Aye,
looks
sir.
like this decoy is being tracked by the helicopter or someone. That decoy, that's a dipping sonar by him. So he must be being tracked by either the helicopter or the big old plane. Let's try and see where these guys are.
Con helm. Steady course.
Right, weapon 1 here. Activate. Steer to target. Sierra 2. Let's just get this guy engaged and destroyed, if we can. Get out of here. Helm come right bearing 013.
Come right to 013. Helm aye.
The problem is that the helicopter... I probably could have used swim outs, you are right, but the problem is the helicopter already gave away my rough position, and as soon as the torpedoes go out, it doesn't matter whether or not they heard the launch transient, they're just going to fire a load of those air-launched torpedoes in a line. Really my only chance here is to just try and get out of the way. I know I'm roughly on the right line for the Janeway, but I don't know about any of the other ships. We'll set them both to surface search. Chances are we're just going to hit that wreck again. Our other guy is somewhere over here. A knuckle is basically the equivalent of kicking your legs around in the bath. By creating, so if you look at the rudder here, it's basically a big paddle. And if you thrash that left and right, you can basically create a sort of pocket of turbulent water, which to a sonar looks like an object almost, like because the water's so turbulent. And you can trick a sonar, or at least confuse a sonar head for a few moments into getting confused between its target acquisition. And then torpedoes go into something what's called countermeasure homing, which basically is they disengage for a moment and then try to reacquire a target. I'm not doing too bad, Toasted Bumps. Good to see you, mate. I am chilling out, trying to evade hostile MPA. Another dipping sonar down here. Glad they're searching for me in slightly the wrong place, to be honest. It's the whole affair a bit easier.
Con, helm, steady course.
On I. Oh, it's rough. Oh, it's rough. I don't like it. Oh, God. Just gotta get away from those fucking ships. Let's bring us up to 10 knots.
Make turns for 10.
Are your torpedoes wire guided? Yes, they are.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 10.
Until the wire breaks, yeah. Jiangwei, I'm hoping that rough location is accurate. Oh, those dipping sonars are getting close. It's got to be someone down and around here.
Fire control,
There
weapon
we
acquired.
go. I'll get acquired. We'll leave them passively running. If they're holding any kind of formation, the Jiangwei can't be much further than its marker now.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
I'm a god. Heathen god. Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball says. What does 8 Ball say? Someone ask 8 Ball. Is Q a heathen god?
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra.
Most
3,
likely. There it
bearing
is.
2, 4, 6.
Okay. Well, that should be 2 of those warships engaged and destroyed. Can you hide at the bottom at 0 knots? No, Tovek. Sonar is much better. That would have worked in the Second World War, and did work in the Second World War, but unfortunately sonar is just too good in the year 2000 for that to be a valid tactic.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2, 4, 6.
There we go. That's got to be the Luhu gauge there. If I can just destroy these ships, hopefully the
fire
game will
control, weapon
classify me
acquired.
as far enough away to be able to exit the frontier, which will be very, very important. Just gonna have another sip of water here while I wait.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2, 7, 3.
It's true, Reith, but in equal opportunity, if they sink me, not only do they avenge their fallen
Con,
comrades
fire
in
control,
arms,
weapon acquired.
but it also
Con
takes
sonar,
out a major
noisemaker
player and
bearing
protects
2,
future friends
4,
from being
8.
sunk. Like they are under orders to sink me. But unfortunately, they just weren't quite good enough to make it happen. Jiangwei is going to go down any second.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 2,
There he
7,
goes.
3. Contact breaking up.
Jiangwei engaged and destroyed. Excellent. And that lets me exit the AO. Fantastic. Leave combat. So yes, a Luhu, a Diang, a Jiangwei, and a Jianghu, all in the AO. Jianghu we let get away because the aircraft were just becoming too much of a problem for us. But that should be the mission completed there. Hello, I didn't get a debrief screen. Navy moves in. US warships and submarines have taken up new strategic positions, including some around the East China Sea, in response to significantly reduced Chinese naval activity. Sources close to the Pentagon say that the war is taking a heavy toll on enemy naval operations and their supply lines continue to be heavily strained. Recent NATO gains at sea have decreased the number of warships needed to maintain control in several regions. Many of these vessels from these regions have been rapidly reassigned to other duties within the region. Excellent stuff. Right then, let's have a look. Next mission, big stretch. Oh, I might go and use some of the bathroom facilities, let you listen to the music. I will be back in a moment. Oh, God. Oh dear. Oh, hello. Back again. I have weed. Lovely. Right, so, let's see. So, 20th of October, 2000s at 2 o'clock in the morning. Very kind. Tactical situation. Satellite photos show that an enemy battle group armed to the teeth with cruise missiles. I have weed. Past tense. I have urined. I have weed too, apparently. I don't have weed. I have... Yeah, okay. Is preparing to sail from Cam Ranh. Intelligence estimates that it will make a conservative patrol in the vicinity of the Philippine Sea. Locate and sink this group and as many ships as possible. Previous recon indicates the force will contain at least 1 or 2 ships armed with anti-ship cruise missiles. Consider these your primary targets. An escort of surface combatants and or submarines should be expected. So it's coming from Cam Ranh, and then it's going into the Philippine Sea. Okay, but at least we're going to be out of the bathtub. There you go. I could quickly just nip into Okinawa here and just grab some more MOSSs while I'm on the way. Commander Thomas Chesterton, USS Connecticut, SSN 22, 18 days at war. We've finally got 123,000 shipping. As you sail by the familiar coastlines of Guam, which should be Okinawa, you can't help but smile as Rexo says, cheer up, Captain, you know any mission you can walk away from is a success. There'll be another one. Yeah, you're right, just things didn't go that badly. The next one will be even better. Did fine. I just need to get some more MOSSs. A lot more if I can. I'll try and take 6 with me. There we go, that'll do. Only 4 hours at port. Big help. Not going to bother with anything else because I'm still on station, so... Cam Ranh is down there. They're coming into the Philippine Sea. I am being tracked by maritime patrol stuff. Try and evade him as best I can. Where are they? They're going to be coming through the Lewiston Strait by my reckoning. They've got to, right? Ooh, that could be my target, I'm not sure. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 237, designated as Sierra 1. XO reports our depth is 150 feet, heading 285. Speed is 10 knots, and there is rain with a strong breeze, which should mean it's quite loud, quite choppy sea state. 21st of October, 1900 hours, so it should be low light. Let's rock and roll. Unfortunately, there's no AAA Retheus or AA. I cannot engage hostile aircraft at all.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Just my mouse. I hold right click and left click depending on how fast I want to move. So ambient noise is 107 decibels, as I suspected, extremely loud. We're going to be basically invisible here. but so are they.
Con sonar, new contact
Sierra
bearing
2 is detectable.
4, designated Sierra
Very deep
2.
water, which is always a treat.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 229, designated Sierra 3.
I'm going to say it's a
Con
JQ.
sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
I'm guessing this is our fleet here because of how large it is.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 193, designated Sierra 5. Con sonar, new contact bearing
Look at the size of this.
252, designated
Going
Sierra
around again.
6.
See if I can find something that lines up. Sorry, Sovereignty. Never the Sovereignty. It's always like a Jango. It actually looks like it might be a
Con
Sovereignty.
sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as escort.
There's a load of ships around here. Sierra 1 could be a submarine. I have to be careful. Do I dare up periscope? I am in deep enough water that I could torpedo evade. I'm back.
Con sonar, Sierra 4 is classified as biologic.
Usual signature. It's got to be in a ship bulk.
Con sonar, Sierra 5 is classified as merchant.
Merchant ship again, it looks like. Small freighter.
Con sonar, Sierra 6 is classified as merchant.
Is this a sub? No. Not quite a JQ. JQ it looks like. Or a JQ
Con
3.
sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
So 2 JQs and a Sovereignty. Right, estimated range to target is 9.1 kiloyards. I'm quite close to the surface. I'm going to at least go for I'm going to try and go for visual identification using the laser on the periscope. Get a rough idea of distance. Crash dive when the need calls for it. Could be any moment here. They do have one Helix helicopter up. Okay. I do have the water to evade though. This ocean here is 1900 feet deep. I do have the means to evade, so their rough bearing is 230, so I need to be looking this way. See if I can find my targets. Careful of radar signature, I know. I know. I've got to do it though, otherwise I'm never going to get an accurate solution on him. I won't have the periscope up for long.
Upscope.
Need to switch to nighttime viewing. Master's contact. Scope is basically completely awash down
Downscope.
scope. And a hold here on the surface.
Dive at 4,
We did
5
get a
feet,
slightly
dive
better read on Sierra 2 here. Jang Hus have both been upgraded to master contacts. We can assume that they're holding some sort of formation. Maybe with the Sovereignty and the other one at the rear. What's the detection threshold? I'm not entirely sure. In this much water, we are very, very quiet at least. So those guys can't detect me, those can't. Yeah, I'm pretty much safe from them. They're going to have a real hard time detecting me. What I might do is I might go really deep and engage these guys. Because there's no thermal layer to cock up my...
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 222. Contact faded.
Okay, so the Sovereignty. Let's have a read on that one. That's a Russian ship. Been passed over. Medium frequency passive. USET 80s are quite a modern torpedo, aren't they? Dual purpose, latest technology. That is a nasty boat then. I need to try and avoid him. Okay, let's start servicing some weapons. The ambient noise should mean that I could fire these and not get myself into too much trouble. We're going to come down very deep. We're going to come down to 1200 feet.
Make depth 1200 feet, dive high.
If not at least just to try and shield myself from the enemy helicopter. So down we go. We've done what target acquisition we can. Now it's time to sink out and see if we can engage. Yeah, basically the story goes for this Hell's Reprisal. The story behind this campaign and this conflict is that an economic crash across the globe has caused Russia, who was particularly hard hit, to sell a load of surplus military equipment to the Chinese. The Chinese are using, in supplement to their own, the Russian equipment to wage war in the South China Sea. Can sub handle 1200? Yes, sub can handle up to 1600 test depth. Very capable sub. Have I had a banana today? I haven't, to be fair. I do have some in. I need to go to the shop anyway, so could get some more. I've only got a couple left. I have a banana now, actually. Chat, make sure I don't get shot while I'm gone. On a long walk to the kitchen. Delish. Oh. And what we're supposed to do if that happens? I don't know. Scream loudly so I can hear you. Wait. Right. We're on our way down. I'm not going to fire until we're very deep. I'm going to set 2 weapons to surface search passively. No, actively. It's too loud to passively home this weather. I'll shoot Screwed if he makes a loud noise, like a German officer when someone has a crew break. Or a mental break even. Crew break's fine, mental break. I'm eating a potassium torpedo, it's true. Go ahead, Watch Tech. Some sensual lip smacking sounds here from me while I eat this banana. Oh, I've got to amuse yourself. We're down pretty deep now. We should be okay to engage our contact. It's plural. Okay. Actually shows 90% of human DNA. What, a banana? Oh, cannibalism then, isn't it? Right then, so let us rock and roll then. Firing our weapons shallow here. We're going to start servicing the closer target.
Master 1.
Firing point procedures, bearing 209, range to enable 2,600 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Okay, that camera just zoomed in. There we go. And then firing point procedures, bearing 250, range to enable 3,700 yards, ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 2.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
Might just bring that back just a tiny bit to about there. Both weapons are surface searching, both weapons are actively homing. That Sovereign appears to be very far back. If it is indeed a Sovereign, we can engage it, but we'll see. Viva la Banana Resistance. Had to take a break. Did they catch you, or did you manage to escape from the last mission? We had to engage the 2 warships that were chasing me with a couple of torpedoes, but after that we managed to make our escape. Luckily, it looks like one of the 2 aircraft in the previous mission got confused by our decoys. Because we were operating in the East China Sea so close to Okinawa, I took the opportunity to go back to harbour and just fill up on decoys because I used so many. We don't actually have that many torpedoes left. There's the Sovereign. It is a Sovereign. This is a big fish. Might get another weapon ready to fire on him then. How many does it? I bet you this guy's absolutely bristling with missile guns, isn't he? Gotta be, right? Anti-missile guns, yep. I don't think I've got much chance of getting a missile in on him. I think that's torpedo territory. Right, firing point procedures. Let's ready up weapon 5 to be fired. Surface search. Firing point procedures. Bearing 226. Range to enable 11,000 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Shoot tube 5.
Shoot tube 5. Aye, sir.
Weapon 5 has cleared the tube and is running normally. Weapon 1 has climbed up to a shallow depth and is now tracking actively. The enemy now know.
Contact bearing 293. Designated Sierra 7.
Sierra 7. Don't you dare be a sub. suspiciously like a bulk merchant ship. Yeah, bulk container ship.
Con sonar, Sierra 7.
Big ships coming through here.
Classified as merchant.
Missile him from 1200? Nah. He's just got too many missile guns on him. Like, that sovereign money is a big fish. Like, he's more than capable of giving us a hard time. I'm really surprised to see him out here, to be honest, because that is a massive destroyer. Like, I'm surprised it qualifies as a destroyer. It's huge. Look at it. 8,000 tons. The ships that we're shooting over here are 2,000 tons, to give you an idea. This Chengdu 3 is pretty much screwed, to be honest. Change the enable point of weapon 5 to 223 9.5 KYD. This guy's in a pretty sorry state. Alright, Saphirian, good to see you, mate. Yeah, nothing. He's up shit creek. Very much without a paddle. That is 8. We're going to file that under a big oof. I want to play this after watching, but totally suck at it. It is. There is a certain niche. God, he's sinking like a lead balloon. Look at him. The momentum he was carrying forward has basically just dragged him under the water. Look at that. Up in a wheelie. What's the FF classification? Frigate. Exactly right. Going to take our torpedoes a little while to actually get to their targets. Down here I should be relatively safe from their helicopters as well. It's only going to be a matter of time before they're all engaged. Sovereign is going to be the hard one to find, but I know roughly where he is, so that gives me an advantage. I'm surprised not many countermeasures have come out. We shall see though. Very, very nice. New torpedoes homing on the humpback. Oh, yes. I mean, I sucked like in my first 50 hours of the game, then I found Mr. Jive Turkey and everything that gets better. That's it. He taught me to play as well, Greg. Because I didn't have a fucking clue. Yeah, if you go to Jive Turkey's YouTube channel, if he hasn't deleted them, because I know he's changed gears to be less cold waters and more, you know, sub-based documentary type stuff. There are like instructional videos on how to play the game there.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 2.
He still has his
4,
old vids.
7.
That's brilliant then.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Turn that whale to chum, maybe. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, weapons are going in nicely.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
At least he's got the good grace to drop decoys and stuff. The other guy just went and crimson chinned it. Wonder where that sovereign is.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 2.
I'm sad that there's
4,
no
6.
physics of ship loads. I would love to see tanks fall into the depths as well. That would be nice. And maybe in the new versions of the game that are coming out, like War on Sea and whatever else. I can't.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
No, don't go for the sovereignty. At least I know where the sovereignty is now, but don't go for the sovereignty. You, Mr. Weapon, what are you 2? Yeah, you go back for the Jianghu. I need to activate weapon 5 because that sovereignty's really picked up speed. Activate weapon 5.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Get him tracked. Oh, we're going crimson chin. Oh, he's realised his mistake. He's going hard to starboard. He's not going to be able to get away from this, though. It's going to come and slam into his port side. Yeah, there's not enough manoeuvrability. And he's gone.
2, 4, 3.
Weapon 5 is now tracking. Reload tube 1 and tube 2. Weapon 5. Oh, is that a hump? I think that's a humpback. We're tracking a humpback. Oh no. Oh, it's a blue whale even. Oh no. Come on, move out of the way. There's a sovereignty to kill. We eating good tonight? Save the whale. Oh god. I mean, I do really need to sink that sovereignty. Oh god, he's like right on it. He's like right on the whale. How am I supposed? I can't. The whale's got to go. The whale's got to go. I've got to shoot another torpedo. I can't differentiate between them. Fire tube 6.
Shoot tube 6. Aye, sir.
I can't differentiate between the blue whale and the
Sonar,
fucking Sovereign.
noise maker
Look at it.
bearing, 2,
I
1,
literally cannot detect the Sovereign because of this whale. The whale's got to go. It's one of these few circumstances where the whale has to go. I can't risk the lives of the crew because of some fucking... It's Big Chum.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
It's Big Chum. He's got to go. There's literally a warship right on top of him.
Con sonar lost contact.
There we go. And then
Sierra
suddenly the
4,
Sovereign
flash
creeps back
bearing,
into
2,
view.
1,
Oh,
4,
God above.
contact faded.
Brutal. Okay. Reload. Set the weapon to the surface and run at full speed. Well, as a communist spy. Oh, the mammality. Funny. You monster. Smiley face. About to get a lawsuit. It's alright, because I'm a submarine, the Sea Shepherd can't follow me, so I'm alright. Peter's gonna get me now, it's true. It'd just be our little secret, chat. Just be our little secret. Peter doesn't have to know. Oh, the huge manatee. You'll have to forgive me as someone who professionally qualifies as an ignorant, as just ignorant. What does Peter actually stand for? The Preservation Enema Thursday aunts. I don't know. What does it actually stand for? I've never actually checked. I don't. People for Ethical Treatments of Animals. Right. People eating tasty animals, that's it. I'm willing to forget this accident for a small amount of money. Ah, right. You see, we're taking part in American politics. I see. Tentious, ethical twats and assholes. Seems the opinions are polarising a little bit. That guy shot his torpedo over that way, which means I am spinning around.
Come left to 109.
So
Helm
that's
aye.
a surprisingly accurate fire.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Those are the really accurate. Those are the really good torpedoes, aren't
Con,
they? So I
torpedo
want to
room,
be
tube 5 ready.
getting a shimmy on if I can.
Con sonar lost contact.
10 knots. Make for
Make
10.
turns for 10.
Careful not to lose the wire. I
Maneuvering
know, but I've got to make this turn now because these are like really modern Russian torpedoes and they will just destroy me if I pick up too many of them at once. Oh, I've got to get a move on. But like, I can't lose the wire here because otherwise the other fucking blue whale's going to meet its end. And then I'll never get fucking... Oh, God. Out of the way. That torpedo's going to be completely too close. I've got a haul ass. Got a haul ass. Come on.
Con sonar
1400
noise
feet.
maker bearing 2,
So this is why. I
At
bet you it's going to get
140
confused and target something
feet,
else.
dive aye.
Come on. Steer it back on. I'm going to steer it back on.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Come on. Track it dead. I don't have time. I've got to run. There's a fucking U-set 80. Like one of the most modern torpedoes the Russians are fielding. I need to go. I think that's pretty much a done deadaroo, isn't it? But there's no way he's going to pull out of that. Right, ahead flank.
Make turns
Get me
for
out of the
3,
way of this
5,
torpedo
9.
immediately.
Maneuvering
Slam the throttle.
Con, helm, steady course.
Not fast
Con
enough.
sonar lost contact. Sierra
Good.
3,
Sovereign is
flash
gone. That's a
bearing,
big fish.
1,
I'm happy with
9,
that.
9. Contact breaking
Now
up.
fucking run for your lives. See if we can get away from this bastard.
Con, dive at 1400 feet, dive aye.
1400 feet. Looks like we've dodged it.
Con,
Oof.
maneuvering, making turns for
Oof,
3,
gosh.
5 knots.
That's a big boom. It really was. Oh, fuck off with your helicopter. Helm, come right.
Come right 2.
Leave me
1,
alone.
1.
Oh,
Helm
God.
I.
Slow us down. Shoot a
Make
fucking
turns
decoy.
5 knots. Maneuvering I.
I'm down as deep as I can go, but he's going to set those to deep search. Right, fire
Con,
that way.
sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 3, 5, 6.
Right, if I can go ahead flank, get away from that guy immediately, should be okay. Although that said, he's just going to
Con, fire
immediately
control, we've
snake
lost the
around
wire.
and start detecting me. Yep, that was a bad call. Okay, well, we're going to tango with him for a little bit. At least this other weapon should get sucked up on him. Should have shot at it in this direction. I didn't know how quickly he was going to launch his second torpedo, so...
Con,
Go
knuckle
away.
formed.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo
Are
in
they
the water.
both on me?
Bearing
Oh,
3,
God, what a
4,
useless
6.
MOSS then. Fucking Jesus, reload. Right, okay. Turn it this
Con,
way.
knuckle formed.
We've got to wait for both of these torpedoes to, like, start getting quite close and then just aggressively
Con,
change
knuckle
depth.
formed.
Might want to load 2.
Con, knuckle formed.
Keep getting those knuckles out. Throw a decoy out for good measure. We'll come hard port. I'm just trying to get these torpedoes together so that I can invade them as a pair. Or evade them as a pair, not invade them. Oh, he's close. Oh,
Con,
he's...
knuckle formed. Passing 1,400 feet.
Oh, that's bad. 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 Oh, 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 oh. Oh, climb, 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 climb.
Passing 1,200 feet.
Oh.
Passing
Ugh.
1,100 feet.
Ugh.
Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 900 feet. Passing 800 feet.
Where can I shoot this?
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
Passing.
Make turns for
Is that at the
3,
top?
5
Okay.
knots.
Slow us down, slow us down,
Make
slow us down,
turns
slow us down. Don't
0
broach, don't
knots.
broach.
Maneuvering I.
Shoot the decoy deep. Fire it out
Passing 200 feet.
that way.
Shoot to bait. Aye, sir.
Like so. Come on, dive down. Why aren't you diving down? You should be diving down. Okay. Well, at least I'm safe if I sit
0
still.
knots. Maneuvering I.
Activate it so it'll go deep. I have activated it.
Passing 100 feet.
I've activated it, but it's still got the wire for some reason.
Con, torpedo
I think
room,
it's just
2,
bugged the
6
fuck
ready.
out. Okay, well, he's going for it. Don't you be coming for me, matey. You stay the fuck down there. At least one of them's gone. Is the other one chasing? The other one is chasing. Don't you dare fucking come after me. Don't you even think about it. Oh god, I've broached. Oh shit. What the fuck am I doing up here?
Con, sonar, we are cavitating.
What am I doing up here? Get out!
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Iron OSS.
Shoot to 6. Aye, sir.
Left, left, left. Oh no. Oh.
Con, fire control,
Oh.
we've lost the wire.
Passing 100 feet. Passing 200 feet.
What do I do? Fucking just accidentally. So nobody keeping an eye on the depth gauge. I must have accidentally tapped
400
positive
feet.
ballast.
Con, sonar, no longer cavitating.
Lido should be going overhead. There it
Passing
is.
600 feet.
As long as I can stay deep diving, I'll be fine.
Passing 700 feet.
Oh,
Passing 800 feet.
me no likey.
Passing 900 feet.
Glad I went and got more MOSS's.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Oh god. You're keeping things interesting. A little bit too interesting. Slow us down. Bubble off the boat.
0 knots. Maneuvering
Just
aye.
slow us down. Hold back
Passing
emergency.
1,300 feet.
That's the back emergency. That's the stuff. Now we just park under here.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 5
Yep, there
knots.
we are. That'll do. Everybody's going to need to like hold onto a railing here while we just sort of sit
Passing
weirdly in the
1,300
water.
feet.
But yes, now we just need to wait for the enemies to... Now we just need to wait... Ooh, yeah! Oh, shit. Fucking Christ. Okay. Aircraft nearby, weapons nearby. I just need the aircraft to shoot. Let's
Come
go this
right
way.
to 2 6.
5 knots. Let's take it
Make
nice
turns
and slow.
for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Nice and slow. Tiptoe away. Oh. The cook is very unhappy with your maneuvering.
Con,
I'm sure he is.
Making turns for 5 knots.
Please go away, Mr. Aircraft. Go away.
Con, torpedo room, tube 6 ready.
Jesus. Okay. Come on. Swing us around. Let's make for patrol speed, 10
Make
knots.
turns for 1
Should just make our
0
maneuvers
knots.
maneuverable.
Maneuvering aye.
Maneuverability even. That's the
Con,
word. A
maneuvering,
little bit
making
better.
turns for 1
Because there's more water rushing
0
over the rudder.
knots.
So it should make our turn a little bit sharper. Speed up time. I don't want to speed up time, Damon, due to the fact that sometimes when helicopters depth bomb you, it doesn't slow down time. And so you could just eat a shitload of damage in a fraction of a second and have no chance to avoid it. Although I'd be surprised if helicopters were trying to depth bomb me down this deep, but we'll see. Park under a wreck? I don't think that'll work. It normally doesn't work. I've got to get away from the helicopter. That's the...
Con, torpedo room, tube 8 ready.
Go away.
Con, helm, steady
He's
course.
fired both of his torps. Oh, now I'm just waiting for the aircraft to sod off. Go on, big shoe. Yes, leave combat. There it is. Jianghui, Jianggu, and Sovereignty. Not our target, but equally not too bad. Let's have a look then. Another newspaper report. Convoys arrive? Eh? Cargo ships from North America continue to ferry goods into the region with minimal losses. This has been attributed to efficient cooperation amongst Allied naval forces. Was that the target? The convoy system worked in World War I and World War II. Was that the target? It was my target. Whoops. Okay, I thought that was ASW. Meanwhile, in the region, food and material shortages have failed to materialise in non-occupied territories. Authorities urge citizens not to make run on the banks, but instead show restraint so that the financial system can cope. More tankers and tenders, but we will do that next time. Big save. Main menu. Good stuff. That brings us nicely to 2 hours. Thank you very much there to Alex there for the 14 months. Good to see you, sir. And I'm going to bugger off. I'm going to go. I'm going to see you later. Empty your ballast tanks at once and just shoot out of the water like a rocket. What, with like a fly swat and just slap the helix out of the air as I go. Commander Thomas Chesterton with a can of Raid standing on the conning tower as he leaps out of the water. There we go. It's a movie. It's a movie. We'll make a film. Right. So yeah, I'm gonna bugger off. Yeah. So thank you everybody for tuning in today. As of tonight, I think I should be streaming. I'm not entirely sure. I'm definitely not streaming tomorrow because it's the barbecue. It's going to require prep work on my end. And we're going to be hanging out and chilling into the evening, just doing our own thing. So there's no stream tomorrow. But I think tonight there will be. I've got no idea what my plans are for this evening. I guess it depends how well the cake goes, which I need to actually go and buy the butter for that. So yeah, I'm going to bugger off. So thank you everybody for tuning in today. Hopefully you have all enjoyed. And I will catch you all hopefully at 8:30 this evening. I'll obviously let you know if there are plans to cancel. But otherwise it's a date. It's 8:30 tonight. So yeah, fingers crossed the cake isn't a lie. We can only hope. So I'm going to quit out of that now that I've saved it. And let's see who else is online to borrow your eyeballs this evening. So it's playing Factorio. Dinklebean's playing War Thunder. Birdie at Burger doing Stalker. Surprised. Should be quite nice. I think Stalker is going to be a nice thing to step into. So yeah, let's pass you on to Edberg. So thank you everybody for tuning in today. Hopefully you have all enjoyed, and I will catch you all later this evening, if not on Sunday. So thanks again, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.